punk. My sister and I are debating when we should do Uber Eats because I need to fill up the tank soon. I got rocks in my shoes. Dude, I got rocks in my shoes. Alright. I think I'm good. My sister made this awesome soup of everything that we basically had. Or no, actually still have. So, she used up a couple of things that we already bought a couple days ago and almost to a week. Along with some stuff that her friend got from the food bank that she knew that her family wouldn't eat, I'm assuming, on that. Because they're going to go to the food bank again tomorrow, probably. Because I have to ask about that. So, in this soup, my sister took the rest of the chicken broth, I do believe is what we had. Where are you going? We're gonna go back this way? Jynxie, can we go somewhere else? Because there are weird people over here. Got these people in this Tesla that is like jamming out but staring at the same time. And then you got this guy over here, he's watching something in his truck. And he just looked back at us and started laughing, so. Come on. Here's my thing with Teslas. How can your car be charging if you're using it? You know? If you're charging because it's about to die on you, then how can you still be using it to use stuff, you know? And it's like a phone, I know, right? Because to me, how I see it is it's kind of like a phone. So your phone slow charges, gets a slow charge going because you're using it while it's trying to charge. So that will be the same thing with your car when you get an EV, right? Maybe, I don't know. But let me tell you guys about this soup. Ay. Oh, that one's running. Oh, that actually works, except the light doesn't work. That car's so loud. But anyway, so the soup that she made. So we had some broccoli, corn, and we had a rotisserie chicken. Sit. Jynxie. No ma'am. You do not bark at people that's trying to get into their cars, man. You just don't do that. But anyway, so yeah, so within the soup that had, so she put the rest of the chicken broth that we had, some broccoli, I think it was like a bag of broccoli, frozen broccoli that we had, a bag of frozen corn, I think some green beans, I'm not for sure. But some frozen veggies, of course. Broccoli and corn is one of them. At least two of the veggies. I think there's a third one, but I'm not for sure. Hey, can I fix your leash, please? Okay, we've got crazy people. Jynxie, we've got crazy people over here. And this is why I do my body cams, peeps. If you guys were wondering why I do body cams and dash cams, well, okay, I do dash cams whenever I can. Because number one, I do dash cams on my iPhone, and that depends on totally not impressed. Not whatsoever. Not impressed. I hope you know there's a police station down there. Just saying. But anyway. So, I do body cams a lot, apparently. And the body cams, usually, you'll find my body cams on Jynxie's channel, Adventures with Jynx, if I have her with me, or my own channel, Dogsy Vlogs, because that I made it into my own personal channel. So either or, we're going this way. That's where you will find my body cams. Dash cams, pretty much the same way, but you'll find that they're not always in chronological order. Like, they're not like every single day, because like I said, it depends on if my iPhone died that day and I'm trying to charge it to full capacity, or hey, can I fix your leash? Thank you. But yeah, full capacity of the charging. I have to wait till it's 100%. So, but with dash cams nowadays, because like I said, no gas. That's sad. It's mostly because the story resets itself. I am not going down there. I tell you several times I don't go down the trenches. Crazy pup. So dash cams, let's see, because I try to do dash cams on the phone that I'm using right now, but it doesn't, because I have it fixed and everything for the dash cam. Apparently my phone doesn't want to stay there, because it'll record a little bit and then it falls off the dash. So it's like, nope, can't do that. So that's why I think it's because of the case. It might be because of the case. I don't know, because the case is pretty much bulky, but I love it though. I love the nice bulky case. But my iPhone case is nice and slim, so that's pretty much it. So, and it fits perfectly and doesn't actually move whatsoever. So dash cams will, well, so far basically be on Dogsy Vlogs, my personal vlogging channel. So the majority of them will be on there, on that channel. And then depending, except for my Uber Eats, if I have to do Uber Eats by myself, to keep my sister sane, I'll tell her that, like, she tries to go with me all the time, which I don't mind. I mean, okay, so I think there's like a rule that you can't really, that Uber has, that you can't really have somebody with you when you do Uber, but I think it's for the passengers. Like, if you're driving for Uber to pick up people, you can't do it because, or you can't have at least somebody with you. Because the reason I say that is because, well, you're picking up people. That's number one. Number two is that my mom, back in like 2013, 2012 to 2013, because she got Radio Shack, and so she got in her Radio Shack corporate job. Yeah, she worked in the Radio Shack corporation as a telephones communication, and I think she worked for, like, yeah. So a little bit about my mom. So my mom is really awesome. So she worked at GameStop Corporation first, or corporate. She worked at the corporate buildings for both of these companies. So she worked at GameStop first till, like, maybe, I forgot when she stopped working for them, but she got let go. I know that, but I just forgot what year she got let go, because I know she tried to dabble into like what do you call it, third-party commission type of jobs, contracting jobs, like she did pottery for a while, she did damsel in defense for a while, color by amber for a while. All of those are like commission based, and let's see, commission based and some other type of job, I forgot, contracting jobs, and what people will probably call an MLM, multi-level marketing type of job. I guess that's basically what it was too, for all of this. But it was cool. It was cool to do everything like that. But yeah, she worked at GameStop corporate first, as a telecommunication coordinator, and I think from what I've seen on her resume, she was that, and along with, let's see, a telecommunication, and I think she was also with the finance department, because she was really good on finances. I'm not for sure, but I know she worked with phones. So if the store had a problem, they call her, or they'll call the corporate offices, and they might have her online. It depends on how many people worked in that type of department, but she was really good at it. And then afterwards, she got let go at GameStop. So when she was looking for a job, about 2012, 2013, that's when I was basically in high school, because I graduated from high school 2015, but the year of 2016 is the graduating date. So because I was done by December of 2015, so, and then had my walk of you don't have to be here anymore type of thing, like the first day of January, when we came, well, not the first January 1st, but the first day that kids go back to school, basically. of that week of January of 2016. So Mom did Uber a little bit, and she because she was disabled and everything, she had a bad leg basically, and back problems. So that's why one of the things that's why she wanted to do it. But she wanted me to come along, you know. Which, you know, everything was fine and dandy. Nobody actually said anything about it, except she had this one rider or one passenger. I have no idea who it was, but we had this one passenger that said something to Uber about it, because we were doing both Uber and Lyft in the same thing, you know. I was helping her out and everything, making sure she was okay. And someone went to Uber, complained that that she had me in the front seat. They didn't really specify it was me, but they were basically, the complaint was that the driver had somebody in the front, and so Uber told her that it was a no-no, and that she can't really do that, and that was against policy or something like that. So, but Uber Eats, I think it's fine, because when I was doing Instacart during the pandemic, I had this one-time encounter of this cute old couple doing Uber Eats, and so they and I forgot when during the pandemic. I know it's just like somewhere around 2020. I know that. I was in this one neighborhood dropping off an Instacart order, and on my way going back to come on, Jynxie, this way. On my way going back to the car, I saw this cute old couple had this makeshift on a notebook paper, saying that they're doing Uber Eats. I think they tried to make it like the logo for Uber Eats. Like I said, it's been since 2020. But yeah, I don't know if they were they made the logo for it, Uber Eats, saying that they're Uber Eats, or actually wrote the word Uber Eats on it. But it was so cute. But both of them were doing Uber Eats together. So that's pretty much what my sister wants, because you've heard the stories. Well, I know that there's a lot of passenger stories when it comes to the driving part of Uber. There's a lot of scary stories about passengers getting into either the wrong car, or it's the right car but they're not really an Uber driver or something like that, you know. Something like that, right? Well, it could happen for the delivery side, you know. So with all that scary stories and stuff, safety in numbers, you know. So that's why I always do dash cams for the job. If I'm doing it by myself. We are not going underneath the fence, thank you very much. But my sister tries to come and do these type of gigs with me. It just depends on how she feels that day. Sometimes she's not 100% on her best, and the only reason why she comes is to be my security, you know. I mean, it's kind of sad for definitely women that does these type of gigs. We can't protect ourselves for anything, you know. I mean, I've heard this one lady says that normally she'll drive with some type of weapon. I forgot. Well, I know it's not a gun, but I think it's a pocket knife or something like that. And well, according to Uber policies, you're not supposed to have any type of weapon in your car. Doesn't matter if it's for safety or not, you know. So it's so how can we keep ourselves safe from anything, you know? if we're not allowed to do that, you know. So, because even one of her customers, and I think that's just the driving portion, but it could be delivery portion too. But you know, always trying to be safe out there, you know. And oh yeah, the thing with my mom. So after Uber basically made her lose her job, she went ahead and not do Lyft either, because she could probably get in trouble for that too. But luckily at that time, she found a job at Radio Shack corporate, practically or basically doing the same thing as she was doing with GameStop, working at their telecommunications. And I think she also, like, for both of them, I know she was working in the telecommunication department, but I think she also worked in because what is it? I think she was also working at the bookkeeping area. Because I know she has at least an associate's from TCC of that. I'm not for sure, but yeah. The baby's asleep. How cute. But sorry for the rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this little walk that we did. If you guys want to hear any more stories or anything like this, if you guys are still here, can you put the smiley emoji in the comments down below if you made it this far? And if you guys want to hear any more stories, please let me know. It could be any type of stories. Stories from my old jobs. Stories about my mom. Any type of stories. I got tons. Want to scare your mom?